Hello everyone, Spark here, and this is 1910 of the game Crowds in 2020. After the elimination of France, we are here, and this is the real endgame where it will be decided if I manage to win this game or if I shall settle for a draw. So basically, at this point of the game, reading the press, I was pretty pessimistic. I thought I had my chance of soloing because I started saying to basically every player that I had no chance of soloing and that at this point I just wanted the smallest draw possible. Of course, saying this to Italy and Russia doesn't mean anything because I've already used this strategy of undermining, making them underestimate my power to make them do wrong moves. But I said this also to France because France sent me a message writing just wow after my betrayal and elimination of him. I explained to him then that I had eliminated him because of the reasons I explained in the 1909 video, and he was really understanding, and he actually said that I had this in the bag, that I just need to not mess up and I can manage to win this. He said that I should move Norway to St. Petersburg to go for Bosnia, remove Baltic Sea from here, and to use this buttload of fleets that I have to invade the Western Mediterranean. But that's not really true, because even though I have a lot of fleets, Mid-Atlantic Ocean is a bottleneck and I can't really get into the Mediterranean even if I have a lot of fleets, if they manage to stop me. And Baltic Sea, I can't remove Baltic Sea from here because Baltic Sea would be very important to support Berlin in the future when actually Russia and Italy decide to start attacking me. Probably my pessimism stemmed from the fact that it was really easy to see from an enemy standpoint how to stop me. The move Venice to Piedmont is necessary, but it's also pretty sufficient to stop me from taking Marseille because I am not in Gascony nor in Burgundy, so I can't attack Marseille right now. And if Italy moves Venice to Piedmont and stop me from taking Marseille, my only chance at winning at that point will be to enter the Mediterranean, and with a couple of fleets in the right spots, I can't really invade the Mediterranean either and cross the stalemate line. So there's a good chance that I will be stuck at these centers, these 15 centers, and will never be able to take the 3 that I need to win this game. So that's why I was pretty pessimistic with France, but I should underline again that France was really understanding of my betrayal. It was a really good sport, and he actually rooted for me for the rest of the game, so kudos to that. And talking about my communication with Italy and Russia, considering I am now in a place in which I think it's unlikely that I will win, I am trying to use any manipulation trick I can to try and make them do wrong moves and to basically mess up to let me win. And that's why I am letting you see my press like I did in 1908, because it was a really important manipulation I did on both of them. So let's see, basically with Russia, I said, I see that I can't win anymore. That's not really true. I can't win anymore if they do optimal moves to stop me. But if they do even one mistake, I can win. So I see that I can't win anymore. There's no way I can take the Spanish centers. So now I will aim at the smallest draw possible. I propose 3 things. An arranged bounce in Prussia, a DMZ in Bohemia. Since I can't win, I absolutely don't want a 4-way draw. I can take out Spain, so to have a 3-way draw, the 3 remaining powers would be me, you, and Spain. This means I wait until you mop up the south, taking out Turkey and Italy. Let me know what you think. And he said that he was happy with that, with every single point I made. And I said that I would be pretty disappointed in a 4-way draw after all the effort I put in this match. So let's see why I asked for these 3 things. The first one was the bounce in Prussia, and second one was the DMZ in Bohemia. Because at this point, I realized that it is crucial if Italy does a mistake and doesn't move to Piedmont right now, and I can't believe that Italy didn't move before in Piedmont, because it's such a simple and obvious move that I can't believe it's more than a year that he didn't do it. And I think that sooner or later he will, as long as he doesn't trust Russia, he won't, but Russia will say to him, move to Piedmont, don't you worry about me, we need to stop England, because Russia is a better player than Italy in my opinion. So now I have to save as much time as I can, and the best way to save time is saving a tempo, moving Paris to Gascony, okay, and Ruhr to Burgundy, because Ruhr is now in position to support Munich forever. Munich can be supported from Ruhr, Kiel, Berlin. Berlin can be supported from Baltic Sea, so Berlin and Munich can't be taken. But if I move London to Belgium and then Belgium to Burgundy, I waste a turn basically. So the best way to do this is moving Ruhr to Burgundy. And this means that where Ruhr is going to Burgundy, there will be a turn in which the London army will be in Belgium, and Munich will have only two protectors, Berlin and Kiev. And that's why I need Bohemia to stay open or Prussia to stay open, one of the two. The most important thing is that I don't have a scenario in which Prussia, Silesia, Bohemia, and Tyrolia are occupied, because in that case I will lose Munich and I won't have a chance at the summer. The only way I can ensure to not lose Bohemia is with wars with Russia, saying that I don't want him to go to Bohemia and arrange a DMZ. And the only way to ensure that Prussia remains open is with a bounce. So basically Baltic Sea and Warsaw bounce in Prussia, and I'm actually hitting Silesia with Berlin, since Kiel is enough to support Munich from Silesia and Tyrolia. So hitting Silesia means that Silesia cannot support Warsaw into Prussia even if he wanted to. And yeah, it's true that Warsaw could support Silesia to Prussia, but at that point Silesia would be open, and that's the same exact scenario. So that's okay. This is the reason I made this agreement with Russia. The other point I made, so eliminate Turkey and Italy with Russia, was because, as you can see, the most important defender of the Spanish centers other than Spain is Italy. So basically, if Russia actually attacks Italy after defeating Turkey, I will probably solo, so because Italy will abandon the defense of the Spanish centers. So that's why I'm asking him to go for a three-way draw. I actually don't think it's possible to three-way draw in this scenario. The only draw that is possible is a four-way draw between me, Spain, Italy, and Russia, or even a five-way draw with Turkey, but certainly not a three-way draw, because Italy can't be cut out of this draw. So I am inducing a mistake from Russia's part in attacking Italy. We'll see if that works, but that was my best hope at this point at winning this game. At the same time, I was manipulating Italy. Hey Italy, sorry for taking Munich, and I see that I can't win anymore now that I've been bounced out of Western Med. There's no way for me to take the Spanish centers. This is to make sure that it doesn't move to Piedmont, that it doesn't realize that without his help I can actually take the Spanish centers. I guess I just wait for the draw, and then I manipulate Italy, saying that he shouldn't trust Russia. You should be careful though. At this point, me, Russia, and Spain are safe, but you are still in danger and should protect your centers. Let me know if I can do something for you, even if I took Munich. And he said, we'll regroup in my peninsula and leave you to discuss these matters with Russia. And I don't know what that means. Piedmont is technically into the Italian peninsula, so does that mean that he will move to Piedmont or not? I don't know, but I hope my distrust I'm sowing between him and Russia will be enough for him not to move Venice and leave Venice open for Russia to take. And they said, to be honest, I'd rather share a draw with you and Russia than with Spain and Russia. So I'm basically telling him that he is out of the draw if we go for a draw. That's not true, because Spain has just been a pain in my butt all game, but I really can't do anything against Spain. I can't do anything against you either, though. What should I do with Munich? Do you want me to support all Tyrolia? And he says, thanks, that can always help. And I said, oh, wait, I need Munich for something else, actually. I never had any intention of supporting Tyronia because I need Munich to support the move into Burgundy. So I need Munich for something else, actually. Sorry, you can also support Tyronia with Venice if you feel like it, but that's your choice. Munich isn't supporting Russia in Tyronia, don't worry. So basically, I am floating the idea that Russia has asked me to support Vienna to Tyronia, saying basically to him that Venice needs to stay in place and to support home Tyronia because Vienna and Trieste can take Tyronia. So, and that's even a reasonable thing for Russia to do to force Italy to go to Piedmont. So I don't think Russia is going for it, but if it's going for it, making Venice stay put home and actually support home Tyronia is a good thing because Tyronia stays in place. Venice doesn't move. Italy is distrusting of Russia, and I get what I want. But actually, if you see how I did it, and I'm a little bit proud of this manipulation of Italy, I didn't actually say anything like Russia asked me to help him take Tyronia or anything like that. I offered my support into Tyronia, and then I denied him my support. I said, no, I can't do it. And in this way, his psychology is inclined to believe that Tyronia is in danger, and since I can't help him, now he has to help himself, and Venice will stay in place. Maybe an experienced player wouldn't fall for that, but I don't know. Italy seems like a player that fears bigger powers, and of course the only fear he should have is the fear of my solo and not of Russia at this point, but whatever. I tried my best with this manipulation. And that's it for spring 1910. My plan is to go Ruhr to Burgundy, supported by Munich, even though Munich can be cut, and London to Belgium, and Paris to Gascony, while at this point I don't want to risk any more bounces in Western Mediterranean. I predict that Spain will go to Western Mediterranean at this point, so I'm going to North Africa and taking a shot at getting into the Mediterranean. Let's see if anything worked out. So, first of all, I got into North Africa, and Spain actually went into Western Mediterranean, predicting a move like the one last turn, and they actually went to Spain North Coast, which is not ideal because now this fleet can't support Marseille, but it can't cut Gascony. But anyway, it bounced me out of Burgundy while Italy cut Munich, but Italy fell for my manipulation because Venice stayed in place and supported Tyronia. And Russia didn't try anything. The bounce was done as arranged, and Bohemia remained demilitarized. They started moving on Turkey again, but this means that Eastern Mediterranean stayed here to ensure the destroy of this Bulgarian unit by Turkey, and this means that Eastern Mediterranean isn't in Ionian like it should be, so that's good. At this point, there's still the possibility of Venice going to Piedmont because I was bounced out of Burgundy, so I can't take Marseille right now. I need another turn. Actually, I forgot that I couldn't convoy to Belgium right away, so I need to convoy to Belgium now because English Channel was going to Mid-Atlantic Ocean. Whatever, it's the same tempo-wise. And at this point, this side of the board isn't really a concern, but the concern is here. What should I do? So basically, at this point, my real worry is that Turkey will try something. At this point, Turkey just is overwhelmed by the troops of Russia and Italy, and it needs to support Constantinople because Russia will most likely, almost surely, support Smyrna into Constantinople to ensure an Italian build, and Italy will build a fleet in Rome or Naples, and this means it's over. It's over after Italy builds. So just like last turn when I took Munich and Italy took Smyrna, now I need to take something from Italy if I can to avoid its being from Constantinople. I reached out to Turkey. I said I'm trying to win as fast as possible. I will do my best. You try to survive for the rest of the game. Turkey has nothing to lose from helping me win now because he's just aiming for a survival. I told him to support Constantinople. He didn't respond. like Turkey always does. And at this point, my plan was this. I was going North Africa to Tunis and Mid-Atlantic Ocean to Portugal. Of course, both these moves can be avoided with Spain going to Portugal and Western Mediterranean going to Tunis, but Spain has to make a choice at this point, because another possible move would be Gascony to Spain, Mid-Atlantic Ocean supports Gascony to Spain, or something along those lines, Mid-Atlantic Ocean to Spain, Gascony supports one of the two supporting the other. So Spain has to decide if it wants to defend the Spain center or if he wants to defend the Tunis center. And even if he wants to defend the Tunis center, if North Africa is just holding or going to Western Mediterranean, he could accidentally take Tunis from Italy, causing a destroy from Italy. So Spain is an real pickle. He has to decide, and I'm betting that he won't try to defend the Tunis center, since it isn't a Spanish center at this point. He will try to defend Portugal and Spain from me, which are his own centers. So my plan is this. I asked Russia to repeat the Prussia bounce, and he said yes right before the deadline. Let's see what happened in autumn 1910. So Spain did what I predicted. He defended Spain and he defended Portugal, but he didn't defend Tunis. At this point, and only at this point, Italy comes back to Ionian, but it's too late. I took Tunis. Turkey defended Constantinople well, but that's not really the issue, because Russia was clever and did something that I didn't think about. He ceded Trieste to Italy. At this point, with the Trieste being, Italy could have built a fleet and stopped me from soloing if I hadn't taken Tunis. So taking Tunis was even more important than I thought, because I was hoping that Turkey would defend Constantinople, but actually I didn't predict that there was another way to get Italy a build, but I avoided that build by taking Tunis. So this is great. And Spain, of course, didn't defend Tunis. Italy could have defended Tunis if the Eastern Mediterranean fleet was in Ionian last turn, but it wasn't. At this point, Russia realizes the danger and violates any agreement we have. He goes to Livonia, he goes to Bohemia, but I bounce him out of Prussia and I hit Silesia again, and Silesia was hitting Berlin for some reason. So this means that with the army just now landing in Belgium, I have plenty of time. I have just enough time to get this army into Ruhr, because in this turn there are only Silesia and Bohemia endangering Munich. So I can support Munich in the spring of 1911, and Belgium will go to Ruhr, and then Munich will be forever stalemated by the Ruhr, Kiel and Berlin army, with Baltic Sea defending Berlin. So this area is completely safe. I've gained momentum. I am in Burgundy, I am in Gascony, I am in Tunis. And actually Italy did something that it's probably the worst move he could have ever done. He moved Venice to Rome, which is, I don't know, is it a misorder? Is it just Italy being weird? Venice should have moved to Piedmont. This was his last chance, and he actually moved away from Piedmont. This is something that, of course, I'm really happy about. But, of course, this means that if this game ends in my solo, and as I said in the last video, you can't ever solo without a player making mistakes, or without a player throwing the game to you. And the person which was most responsible for my solo, other than myself, was surely Italy. Because Spain is doing its best, Russia is doing its best, and Italy is failing completely at its job at forming a stalemate line. I bet that Russia was really angry at this move, because I bet Russia was trying to tell Italy the right moves to do, but I don't know about that. So as you can see, now I am in Tunis. I have one build, I built an army in Liverpool, and of course I can lose Tunis. Western Mediterranean and Ionian are there for this specific reason, to let me lose Tunis. But is this Tunis move enough to win me the game, because it causes distraction from Italy and Spain, and I can take the other three centers? I'll talk about it in 1911. See you then.